MG Show. What real independent journalism looks like.
Smash that like for the MG Show. Subscribe now. Ring that bell. Let's go. Smash that like for the MG Show. Yeah. Let's go.
What you know you can't explain. But you feel it. You felt it your entire life. That there's something wrong. You don't know what it is, but it's there. Like a splinter in your mind, driving you mad. Experience the awakening. Brilliant anonymous researchers. Patriots, join us in the Patriot Army. Trust the plan, pain coming. Boom, boom, boom. Let's go. RedStateTalkRadio.com, Brighteon.tv, Rumble.com/MG Show. The end won't be for everyone. That choice to know will be yours. Where we go one, we go all. Fight, 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 and fight we will. We fight every day right here on the MG Show. I'm on mute, Shitty.
Hey, Jeff, you're on mute.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the show. We had a really interesting day at Madison Square Garden yesterday. President Trump, is the first sitting president that went to an NBA final. And boy, oh boy, did heads explode. And I got to tell you guys, it was a good thing that the Secret Service moved. They moved the outside viewing party away from Madison Square Garden. And Bryant Park, major riots happening. These people are disgusting. There is no law in New York City. Make New York City great again. And they're worried about the boo and the cheers of President Donald Trump, yet their city is a piece of crap, Shady.
Man, isn't this really amazing? Isn't it really amazing to watch the people that have been like destroying our lives and destroying our cities and letting everything turn into ruin for decades and decades, literally stand there and not only thumb their nose at us, but they're willing to generate riots. They're willing to generate people to attack police officers. They're willing to pay people to actually incite violence against human beings that think differently than them. This is who we're dealing with. And the reality of the situation, Jeff, is that America had this problem the whole time. They just weren't exposed. At least now we can see who they actually are. And, the people of New York and California, you guys have got to wake TF up. This is crazy, the amount of things that your political leadership is getting away with.
Yeah. Thank you, Pastor Shadley. Thank you, Magic Woman. 5 subscriptions from Magic Woman and 1 from Pastor Shads. Thank you so much, guys. But so the video from last night's Game 3 NBA Finals. It's the Knicks versus the Spurs. It was held at Madison Square Garden, and that black building that was right next to Madison Square Garden, One Penn Plaza. I used to work on the 43rd floor there.
I remember that.
Kind of neat. I could spit on Madison Square Garden.
Wow.
And Macy's. But despite the thunderous boos narrative, okay, woo, thunderous boos, the clip hardly shows any boos. It's a clear cheer at the start. But there's no official audio analysis or percentage that exists, just a mixed crowd in a 19,000-seat arena. Let's just play it for you guys. What do you hear? Okay, let's check it out. Here, let me see if I can bump this up to full capacity here. Okay? All right, here, let's check it out.
Whose brush stripes and bright stars through the
I hear both. So if I like President Trump, I hear cheers. And if I don't like President Trump, I hear boos. Does that make sense?
And the audio that you have is the audio of the person singing, and they have all of that sort of noise mic'd out. So you can't hear what pitch it is as far as like, is the cheer loud or what, or the boo loud?
Either way, you guys are communists in New York City. You can boo my president who loves his country, loves his republic, loves his people. You can boo him all you want because, you know, and you're talking about waking up New York. How about fixing the voting system in New York and California? Watch New York and California, Shady Groove.
They would boo that too, sir. You see that it's not Trump they're booing you. They're booing America. They're booing the country that gave them the freedom that they have to boo, right? That's where they get it. And then they're going to out of the other side of their mouth, they're going to scream and yell about this being a fascist administration and all this nonsense. But they forget to tell people what fascist dictators do. You see, Jeff, there's this crazy thing. Whenever people are fascist dictators and people come out and they pick up microphones and television cameras and periodicals and newspapers and go on TV and say things, guess what happens? They don't do it the next day. Yeah. They do it one day. They do it one time. And the next thing you know, you never see from them again. That's a fascist dictatorship. That's what the Nazis did. That's what the communists do. And that's what these people would do if you handed them power. And I think with the Mondami, Tim Walz, Governor Newsom examples, it's really not that big of a stretch to see.
That's right. Jersey Talk says, my cousin and her husband attended the game and said the video's audio is altered because the reaction was greatly more positive.
That's what I would
negative.
think.
She said that she barely heard boos when they showed DJT.
That is exactly what I kind of hear in that audio. Like I said, because it's gated out, they're making it all sound even. And they're playing that audio and saying it's a boo. And like Jeff said, if you hate Donald Trump with a passion, like if you see red when you hear his name, that's all you hear in your head. Right. You just sit there and mutter in your chair like, like some sort of creature from under the bridge somewhere.
Orange man bad.
That's exactly what they do, dude. 24/7.
United States of Q, thank you for 10 subscriptions, man. Thank you so much to the MG show and the family here. But there were chants of USA as well. Check it out.
Please welcome the FDNY of New York and the NYPD. And now here.
USA. At least they're saying USA and not USSR.
Exactly. Yeti's got a clip here from Margot that says they were cheering in Zoom. Maybe grab that one. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're not saying
it's
back in the USSR.
Played. How about that?
Gotcha. Okay. I'm right behind you.
I love you. But
I didn't know that was from Margot.
Yeah, it is. And then here's another one here. Pretty cool. Okay, so that was the guy introducing the Star Spangled Banner. You know, there it is there. But I heard, you know, I basically heard cheers when I saw it. But you know, this is what New York is. Okay, so these are the people that booed. These are the people I do not stand with. These people are insane. This is a lawless New York City. Boo all you want.
They're booing law and order, sir.
Look at the cops.
Cops standing there. Look at that. Just letting it happen. Every single incident is an assault on a human being.
Boo all you want. If you stand with that, that's who you stand with, Shady Wolf. They finally came in. They ruined a sign. See that? They tore a sign down. No respect, this young generation, guys. Some comments say freaking animals. This is what democracy looks like. Democrats. So that's what you guys stand with. You know, if you guys are booing Donald J. Trump, that's what your city has become.
And that's what the media wants you to see, by the way, because they only see it through one lens. Their only lens is through the lens of having the opposite of America win. Okay, no matter what it is, their lens, they want you to lose, and they are desperate for you to lose. And they understand that if you were given the right leadership and the right information, there's absolutely no chance that you lose. That's why they give you terrible leadership and terrible information, so that you will lose in not only in your political community, but also in your life. They want you to be self-defeated. They want you to be cynical. They want you to like see all this stuff that's going on and say, look how proud we are of this. Yeah. They're proud of that. They're proud of lawlessness, everybody. They cheer it on. Whenever they say you're committing violence against them, notice that they're always referring to law enforcement arresting one of their criminals. They consider a criminal being arrested that is in one of their gangs violence against their club or whatever, like it's a motorcycle gang.
Yeah, and look at this. Check this out, Shady. This is awesome.
And I'll also say about President Trump, you know, I've been with the league for a long time. I ran NBA Entertainment years ago. He did an I Love This Game spot with us. He was a fixture at NBA at Madison Square Garden. You guys remember, well, all of you, when you played here, not Draymond, but back in the old days, he had courtside seats. He was here all the time. He was at drafts. So he's a genuine Knicks fan. And I'll also say,
so that was nice. And not everything has to be political. We can come together. Anybody, it's a free country, at least last time I checked, anybody can go watch a game if you have the money. I mean, those tickets were $7,500 a piece, Shady Grove. I mean, it was crazy. But not everything has to be political. President Trump can absolutely go see a game. He's the king of New York, guys. He has just as much reason to be there than Spike Lee, the liberal, the little douche that was on the sidelines. And I'm going to play a little clip of that guy too. But not everything has to be political. Check this out, Shady. But that's what you got. I mean, go Knicks, F Trump. Stupid.
Literally pulling against the president of the country. Yeah. This is not the way that people disagreed with George W. Bush. And this is not the way that people disagreed with Barack Obama. Remember the reaction whenever one person made a comment while that idiot was down there giving a State of the Union address? One person made a comment and called him a liar, and the whole media machine lost their mind for literally a month over that one comment, one little comment calling Barack Obama a liar. Now look what they foment. Look what they engineer. Look what they're willing to pay for. Whether you can't go to a Dave Matthews show without him reading to you about his political positions. You can't go see the Black Crows without them reading a script to you. You can't go see Bruce Springsteen without him reading. Why can't they talk from their heart? Like we do a show here every day telling you about what it is that we feel. There is no script. There's notes that I'm keeping up with as we move along. There's no script here. Why? Because we're telling you what we think. The thing is, when you tell the truth, you don't need a script. When you tell the truth and say how you really think and feel honestly inside you, you don't need a script. It could be genuine. You could just look to the crowd. If you're a Black Crows guy and you hate Donald Trump, why can't you just look to the crowd and say exactly what it is you think, instead of reading NGO talking points that have been said by Dave Matthews and Bruce Springsteen already?
Yeah. I just wanted to shut up and sing. In fact, that's what I told Dave Matthews at that concert. I said, shut the up and sing. And everybody agreed with me around me, guys. Okay? I didn't get attacked by Antifa. I didn't get attacked by anybody. But these people, they thought you would follow the stars.
And a lot of people do.
Yeah.
Those people in the streets right there, they follow the stars.
Yep. And then this here, Shady Grove, this is history being made.
Tonight, President Donald Trump becomes the first sitting United States president to attend an NBA Finals game. Longtime Knicks fan, certainly liked what he saw here.
This is a great run by the Knicks right here.
Tonight, President.
Pretty awesome. That's history. You know, I didn't see Biden go to a playoff game or anything. I don't think he left the beach, did he?
Well, I mean, you know, he didn't know where he was at.
He didn't know where he was at. So also, this is President Donald J. Trump's motorcade. New York City seems to love Trump here.
Oh, you see, those aren't the paid people.
Oh.
See, those are the real people that probably came out of their apartments that have different signs.
Here's the paid people, yeah, over there with not even the American flag.
No, they have like the Palestinian flag, the Iranian flag. They have tons of the Mexican flag. They have any flag you can imagine. The gay flag.
Listen, here we go. He's coming right now. Donald Trump is coming to town. Listen. Trump. So why don't you guys like point to that instead of a 19,000 seating at Madison Square Garden, guys? You know, and I think I heard more cheers too. And I'm just going to tell you guys. You guys that have this TDS are absolutely ridiculous. They're saying 34 felons. He does not have 34 felonies. He's not been, he's been, you know, they wrote up 34 felonies, but there's no court case saying that he's guilty of those felonies. There's nothing. Do you guys, and then you guys are like acting like it's true. Not you guys, but people are acting like that's true. They're also saying stuff like, oh, Trump is hiding the Epstein files. He released millions of pages of it. Biden didn't release any of it. Oh, are we going to talk about Trump in the Epstein files? No. Are we going to talk about Clinton in it? I mean, what are these people doing? All they do is bend reality, and then they believe it, and then they force you to be quiet because you don't want to say anything because you're, you know, you want to be factual or you want to, I don't want to upset my Aunt Pam.
No, it's a minority position on social media, sir.
Yeah.
It doesn't exist in reality. It only exists in social media. Like, this is not going on outside. Like, go to the store and try to find somebody that's concerned about this stuff. This is only going on in social media, and this is only to deteriorate. Notice when it activated. Notice when InfoWars activated. Carlson, Kelly, notice when they activated. The moment that Donald Trump put the Iranian Navy at the bottom of the sea and obliterated their Air Force and stopped them from being able to do any type of threat to anybody anywhere for the most part. That's the moment that they all came to the microphone to scream Trump bad. And then they bent reality, like Jeff is saying, they bent reality to say that what's happening in Iran is a forever war. Effectively 100% agreeing with the mainstream media. The Kirsten Walker lady, whatever her name is, that was on 60 Minutes, and he walked out of the interview. Yes, he walked out of the interview yesterday. There's no difference between what she thinks and what the Alex Jones people are telling their people to think now. Okay, right. No difference, and you got they're bringing out all the stops. They're going to be now. You got Ivan Raiklin and Infowars will be using their bullhorns and organizing a protest outside of the UFC, screaming Israel bad at the UFC on the White House lawn. So the media will have themselves a huge. Mark my words. Take the clip. Whatever today is. Today's the 9th. That's 5 days away. You will see on the mainstream media next week clips from not the UFC fight that happens this coming weekend on Trump's birthday, but Ivan Raiklin and Infowars outside screaming and yelling about trying to tear down the country of Israel, not tear down the mechanism of Mossad.
So wait, you're trying to tell me that they're organizing a Nazi rally?
right outside of the UFC fight. 100%.
Isn't that what the Nazis did? They don't like the Jews, right?
I actually even said it to Alex Jones with your great meme. I already said it to him. You mean to tell me you're organizing a Nazi party outside of the event?
Yep.
InfoWars is dead. Start calling them what they are. Call the Nazis the Nazis. InfoWars is embedded Nazis. How do you tell? They hate Jewish people. They don't hate Mossad. They hate Israel. Big difference.
Yeah, it is. And then real quick to wrap up the historical attendance of Donald J. Trump at Game 3 of Knicks versus the Spurs, Spike Lee said Trump is a distraction. Meanwhile, Spike Lee. There he is there. Look,
so let me ask you this. Are we just allowing Spike Lee on the court to act refs in the middle of the game? We're just allowing him, and then he calls a foul, so we're just letting opposing fans call the game. Okay.
What?
Okay.
Yeah, so Donald Trump is a distraction, but not Spike Lee.
What is that? Wow.
Wow.
Isn't it interesting how important they think they are?
Yeah.
Isn't it interesting that they all feel this level of importance? They act like they want to be treated like everybody else, but they act like they're better than you. And then they do stuff like, whatever, it is what it is. But I think that they're doing themselves a disservice because people are a lot smarter than they were a few years back.
Yeah. Even the left are using Steve Bannon against us because he infiltrated MAGA. And did I show you that video yesterday, Shady? We called it here months ago that Steve Bannon and Jeffrey Epstein, they're saying that he's Q. Okay. Yep. And here we go. I found the first video that's outside of, Scott McMahon, because he started that with Spill Tea. Okay. They started that narrative and now it's going to catch on. You're going to see more of that.
Yes,
so
you are.
Steve Bannon is a MAGA infiltrator. He was fired by President Donald J. Trump. Who else was fired by President Trump? Oh, General Flynn. Is he against Trump now? Yes. You cannot deny it at this point. And the MG show was right about Flynn after we figured it out on 8/8 of 2023.
Just look at his endorsements. Look at the last time Flynn made an endorsement that Donald Trump endorsed, and Flynn can't win a single one. He has no shame. Most of the time, if people keep coming out and they keep picking loser after loser after loser, they would shut the blank up and go back in their hole. But these people have no shame. They have absolutely they don't care at all about being wrong or putting out wrong information. What they care about is putting out the next load of horse shit.
I lost a good friend I lost a good friend for coming out against General Flynn.
Yep.
And I'm right. And I'm right now because Donald Trump posted a video calling him a loser, dude.
And you talking about Brad?
He's in here, I think. Knee deep in truth. Good to see you, buddy. And welcome back. Love you.
Oh,
miss you.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Brad?
I think so. Yep.
I'd love to know that was true.
Yeah, I hope it is because he left me weird voice messages calling me a traitor. I was paid off,
by the CIA, all kinds of nonsense.
Yeah, I don't know, and I'm right. And
I like that guy. We had a great time in Arizona.
He's a friend of mine, man. Yeah, absolutely. I love him, and I hope he's okay. All right, so here we go. Let's see what we got. We got a lot of stuff here, Shady Group. We got a lot to go over.
Let's go. Jeff, they're winning so much. It's like, are you really saying that they're winning so much that we're having a hard time deciding like what part of the winning to cover? Like we could cover this winning, that winning, this winning, but we can't cover those winnings, these winnings, and the thing over there. We have to cover these first.
Yeah, I mean, we got so much. It's.
We can show you the reflecting pool.
Oh my gosh,
it's so beautiful.
It should be done today. Like the water should be up today, is what I heard. I've got a voice message that you did say some of that, Brad. Sorry, but I'll forgive you if you forgive me for allegedly not saying what you said you didn't say. Okay, because I was right again. And I'm always right. It's sad, isn't it, Shady? How we're always wrong. What is that saying that we got?
we should change it to we're only wrong until we're right.
Yeah, exactly right.
Instead of always, because only actually, it kind of fits a little bit different. But it's okay because the research leads us to where we're and we've shown our work, and I feel good about it.
Yeah. Holly Moore, my favorite podcast. Well, you're our favorite listener. Welcome. And
hey, Holly.
Castle, Holly. Thank you for coming here. All right, so let's go to President Trump, who gaggles with the press upon departure from Queens, New York. This was like midnight, Shady. The guy got home and tweeted something or truthed something at 2 a.m, Shady.
This guy does not sleep.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
It's awesome.
Here we go. Let's go check it out.
Hello, everybody. Well, the game was fantastic. Well played by both teams. We all had a lot of fun. It was great to watch. Very talented players. We have ongoing negotiations in Iran and with Iran. That hasn't stopped. And we could have at least an idea by 1 or 2 days from now, but I think it's going well. The blockade continues to hold 100%. Nothing is getting through our blockade. No oil, no income, no nothing. Nothing's getting through the blockade. We have our great Secretary of the Interior, and we have Lee Zeldin, as you know, Environment, and you might give him a little update on what we're doing with a few different things, as long as we're here with the news, with the media. They're being very nice tonight, the media. In California, I hear they speeded the process up a little bit, and they had a good result, one good result out of 2. Doug, would you like to say a couple of words?
One good result out of 2, meaning Spencer Pratt got railed by Nithya. What's her name?
I am not even attempting that.
Oh, my God. The Democrat Socialist Party with SEIU support, homeless people. There's a picture of her with a check, holding a $600,000 check for the homeless. They used the homeless people, guys.
Isn't that interesting that they signal like that?
Yeah. Wow.
It was literally the same number yesterday. We reported the same 43,000 vote dump is the number of homeless people they claim is in LA. By the way, it's a lot more than that.
Yeah.
We'll leave it there.
It's probably a lot more than that too, but it's interesting that the documented homeless are the tallies of the frickin' yeah.
Don't you kind of think that that's the symbology of it? Like they're doing that on purpose. There's X amount of gaslighting that's absolutely going into this to like show you that they're thumbing their nose at you. Jeff, you know what they're doing in court? California in court is making the argument that it is their privacy that they are utilizing to stand on to prevent the federal government from having access to who the hell is voting in that state. They're claiming their privacy like they're a citizen. Privacy from the federal government, guys. California is claiming
voting.
And for their voter rolls, for the people who are registered to vote, they're claiming they're not going to show it to the feds because of privacy.
Yeah. Yeah. I have there was another post saying that their vote didn't cure. She voted for Pratt and her vote didn't cure. They went and checked it and the vote wasn't even there. Like she didn't even vote, Shady.
Guarantee you that whatever it is, like people do not vote for their own demise. Okay. Politicians engineer votes to make it look like people vote for their own demise.
Here's the bombshell photo unveils damning Nithya Raman, who is a Democrat socialist, linked with homeless voters as fury erupts over vote count. There she is right there. Look at that. Wow, huh?
I'm sure it's a coincidence.
Yeah.
That the homeless people got her over the top.
And she even conceded. She did a concession speech, guys.
No, dude, it wasn't just a concession speech. Like she came to the microphone and cried for like 5 minutes, like bawling her eyes out about how horrible it was and all this different stuff. Like she completely conceded.
Mm-hmm. Mike Hess says, it's my understanding that Cash is looking into us. Your bottom bippy he is. You got to realize that Trump, remember that video where he was talking about California? We'll see what happens, he said. When Trump says, we'll see what happens in California, and then you see people over there from the DOJ, okay, inside the voting center, and you got Cash, and we got people that were Pakistani, that were ex-Pakistani lawmakers that had vote fraud. There is vote fraud in California, and it will be dealt with. Stay tuned. I can't wait.
Every time he says, we'll see what happens, it ends up, you start to see more of the Nazis.
That's right. That's right. All right, back to President Trump on this epic gaggle.
So good.
His departure from Queens. Oh, and by the way, he put Bibi in his place again, Shady Grove.
Oh, I know.
Saving Israel for last.
As Thomas Massey comes to the floor to scream and cry about the USS Liberty for like a half an hour yesterday. They're trying to tear a rift between the relations between Israel and America for the benefit of Iran.
Wait a second.
No.
Wait a second. Didn't we go over that in hour number 2? Who's actually behind it?
We did.
The Rothschilds Pay-Sewer bloodline is behind all of it. They're behind the anti-Jews. They're behind the anti-Christians. They're behind the anti-Muslims. They're behind all of it.
The anti-Catholics. They're behind the abortion stuff on both sides.
Yeah. You guys get it, right?
They do. Well, this, Jeff, you're talking to the most red pill audience on earth. So,
That's
yes, they get it.
It's the Shady.
But it's the Jews.
No, it's the bloodlines.
Get it. Got it good.
Boom.
All right. I would just say on the Middle East, President Trump has all the leverage, and I'm confident we're going to come out of this with a great deal. In terms of getting ready for the spectacular celebration of our amazing country, our 250th, with President Trump's safe and beautiful in D.C. What's been accomplished, want to give a shout out to everybody that works for the National Park, the U.S. Park Police, but, cleaning up dozens and dozens of monuments, dozens of fountains back working again. The reflecting pool, which you've all known, is near completion. It's going to be ready before the UFC event at the end of this week. So everything's going great on that front. The city's never looked.
Oh, wait, Shady, I got to tell you this. Somebody sent me a post. It's my friend, Rufus. He goes, "Oh my God, interesting." They're saying that the UFC thing is actually a military claw or something like that, and they're going to do executions there and all this weird stuff, guys. Isn't it? You just can't make some of this stuff up. I know, right? And you can't make some of this stuff up. Let me get to that thing. So,
you really want me to react to that?
Yeah.
The claw.
The claw.
The judges won't even let us. The judges won't even let us build a bunker under the East Wing, under the ball.
I know, right?
We're gonna execute people at the claw. Lincoln Logger says, "Sure, Roger Stone." Boom, right. Lincoln Logger. Nice comment.
Here's the post, and it's "We Are Wild 17" because they got to have the 17 in there to make Q look ridiculous. Okay, I'm just going to tell you that right now. June 24th. Write it down, circle it, set an alarm, and tell no one why. On June 24th, the following will happen simultaneously. Trump will address the nation live from a stage built on the National Mall, not a press conference. A rally, the largest domestic audience since January 6th. A 90-foot steel structure called the Claw will be completed on the White House South Lawn, an arena built for combat on the grounds of the presidency. The Freedom 250 concert series, originally planned for 16 days, was sabotaged. Every major artist pulled out within 72 hours of each other. Coordination, not organic. Trump responded by canceling the concerts and replacing them with himself. They tried to silence the celebration. He turned it into a direct address. June 24th is not a date chosen in random. It's exactly 10 days before July 4th, 2026, the 250th anniversary of the Republic, the semi-quincentennial, the only one any living person will ever witness. 10 days. It's the same window used for the emergency broadcast system, Shady. The National Test Protocol. The same window required by executive order for public notification before a major federal action takes effect. The $250 bill with his face was approved this month. The 24-karat gold coin with his face was signed this month. The White House East Wing demolished this month. The Rose Garden removed this month. A combat arena erected on the South Lawn this month. Everything that is defined, the old structure is being physically torn down, and everything being built is a monument to what it replaces it. You are watching a transition of systems disguised as a birthday party, Shady. I mean, you just can't, this thing has 4,700 likes.
And what was the date at the very top of that, sir?
Yeah, June 26th, was it?
June 24, did that what they said?
June 24, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I have some breaking news. You ready?
Breaking news.
The next major UFC event on Freedom 250 featuring whoever the hell those people are takes place on June 14, 2026.
Yeah.
Not the 25th, not the 24th.
Yep.
So by the day that happens, what Jeff is reading there, that on the 24th, all of the stuff that is UFC on the lawn of the White House will be gone. It will literally be gone. The claw will be gone from the White House lawn on the morning of the 25th. There will be no claw. The only claw you're going to find, Jeff, is if you go into one of those stores that's got the little claw that like goes around and picks up the stuffed animal. Okay, the claw. That's the only. Jeff. Oh my God, they got him, guys. I think they got him. I think they've got him. Rufus, look what you did to him. Rufus! You side-hop my co-host, man.
The claw.
I'm loving that. Can you do that in the voice?
The claw.
Huh? Right?
I do.
Here we go.
And Trump, I think you've called them love letters. You've got more love letters on about the fountains and the beauty of the city than ever before. But how fitting as we go into our 250th that President Trump personally getting involved in making sure that our capital reflects the greatness of our country, because it's not decline is a choice, and President Trump has shown a blueprint for every American city, every mayor in this country that's got a large metro, that's got a homeless problem, that's got a graffiti problem, that's got a crime problem. He's played out a blueprint of how you solve that, and that's the real lesson here.
We have a blueprint on how to solve the crime in the Blue City, Shady Groove. Imagine that.
You know what? It's a crazy thing. It goes back for a while. It's called Law and Order.
We make justice under the law.
Yeah. We make rules, right? In Congress and in the Senate, they pass the rules, and then the rules have consequences, and then anybody that breaks the rules have the consequences utilized against them, so that they can repay society for being so stupid. Like, that's called law and order. And putting that back together is the last thing that the criminal Nazis ever wanted you to do.
But let's go ahead and during the UFC event, let's have a Nazi party, get together with Alex Jones and Ivan Ranklin and the digital soldier. Shady.
Do you think the Nazi party protest is going to be 10 days later than the event also, or do you think that they can coordinate that properly? You're going to need to coordinate your psychological operations, get your dates right at a minimum.
I know, right? It's crazy. All right, here we go.
Tell you that
we're never going to get through this.
There's very little crime now in D.C.
Shady.
Yeah.
We're going to call it
Claw and Order.
We got Claw and Order on aisle 9. That's right, Claw and Order now for sale on aisle 9.
Law and Order.
Love it.
Oh, that's going to be a meme.
Crime haven a year and a half ago. Very little crime. Soon I think it'll be almost no crime whatsoever. So I want to thank really the National Guard, the D.C. Police. We work very closely with them, and they do as we ask, and they've been terrific, really terrific, and we have very, very little crime. Also, Memphis, and if you look at New Orleans in Louisiana, they're down 77%. Memphis is down 74%, and I would say D.C. is down 95%. D.C. has become very safe and very beautiful. The grass is new, much of the grass. You know, grass has a life just like a human being has a life, and it hadn't been changed in 100 years. But you see, there's nobody sleeping on the beautiful parks. The wire and fences are all taken down. And D.C. is very safe, and it's also become very beautiful. The reflective lake, as we call it, the beautiful reflective lake, I mean, it's like a mirror. And that's filling up now, still filling up. And we increased the scope quite a bit. We've taken care of now all of the sidewalk and everything around the lake, because we have to bring it into the same shape. And a lot of
around the lake.
It looks beautiful. And we had 22.
Welcome to 70s Radio.
All of which didn't work for 40 or 50 years. They were loaded up with graffiti, and because of the Department of Interior working with me and some other people that are into it, we want to beautify. We have one of the most beautiful capitals in the world, and doing a really good job. So of the 22, not one of them worked for 40 or 50 years. Now every one of the 22 work, and I think we have a couple of more to go, don't we?
We're doing ribbon cuttings almost every other day, and fabulous to see all these coming back online. But what's most exciting is to see how much the people that live in Washington, D.C. and visit Washington, D.C. love coming to a safe and beautiful city. And I think it really reflects what we're celebrating here at our 250 is not just gratitude for the past and respect for all that's gone before us, but it's inspiration for the future. People come and see what America can be.
You know, it's a little bit just sitting here and talking or standing here and talking to you, and we have a lot of respect for a lot of the people before me. I know some of you very well, but take a look at that plane. See that plane? That's in perfect mint condition. Take a look at that. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? And everything should look that way. We work with the military. We do a real job. But you look at the polish. Look at the way everything is beautiful. And that's the way we won D.C. And some people would laugh or smile at it, but there's nothing to smile at. So D.C.'s become really safe and really, really beautiful. And we have some great things planned, like the promenade. We've got a promenade at the Lincoln Museum, at Lincoln, and you have to see this. This will be one of the most beautiful things. The Lincoln Memorial is going to be unbelievable. It was supposed to front on the Potomac, and they built 2 highways behind it. And we're taking care of that by bridging over the highways. It's going to be beautiful what they're doing there. So we have some really, and the Ark will be maybe the greatest thing. I think the ballroom, but a combination of the ballroom and the Ark will be the 2 greatest projects of them all. So
a legacy.
We've got a lot of exciting things happening. Getting back to other things like jobs numbers, we have record jobs. We have more people working in the United States today than at any time in the history of our country. And you see the numbers on the stock exchange. We had just today 73 records. We have 73 new highs. So out of my short 1.5 years, we've had 73 brand new highs on the various stock exchanges, and that's a record. Nobody's ever had anything like that, and that's during a military conflict. So pretty amazing. And even the oil and gas, it's lower during a military conflict than it was during the Biden administration. And they didn't have that because to them it was okay that Iran has a nuclear weapon. And I say it's not okay. So the B-2 bombers did a big job and a great job, and we have got that in very good control. They will not have a nuclear weapon. Okay, could I ask Lee? He's done an incredible job, as you know. The environment is good, and he's approving more plans than any human being, I think, has ever approved anywhere in the world. We have more factories going up, car plants, AI plants. We have about $18 trillion being invested in the United States, which is a record by far. There's never been anything like it. Many, many times more than the last administration. I won't get into the numbers. The numbers are astronomical. But in the history of the world, there has never been a country that's had $18 trillion invested in it, and that's in 11 months. The last administration had much less than $1 trillion over a period of 4 years. We have $18 trillion in 11 months. We haven't gotten the final numbers on the 12th month, which will be very good. Lee, do you want to say something?
Sure. Well, the Spurs, they have some good players. Wembayama, Castle did well tonight, but I'm still going with the Knicks. I think that they're going to pull it off. And Mr. President, it was awesome to be able to spend the night with you. The energy was amazing. Jim Dolan was a great host. But this Knicks team, OG Anunoby was fantastic. Jalen Brunson's Mr. Clutch. They have great heart. So I'm feeling good about how that series is going.
How many games?
I'm going Knicks in 5. I feel like it's a resilient, strong team.
He knew every player.
They're going to come out for Game 4, and they are going to deliver.
The 5th game in San Antonio?
Oh, I don't know. We're busy with a lot of important stuff right now at EPA.
Like a war.
There's a lot of important stuff going on, but I happen to be in New York. We were just in Binghamton earlier today, where we believe that we should build a new Constitution pipeline to deliver natural gas from Pennsylvania to New England. We believe that New York should reverse its ban on the extraction of natural gas.
We're getting held up by the governor of New York. She made a deal with us to allow us to build it, and she's holding it up. And Connecticut is suffering, and all of New England is suffering, and upstate New York is really suffering. And this is a pipeline that goes very substantially underground that nobody's going to see. And the people of New England and others are paying among the highest prices anywhere in the world, frankly. If you look at throughout the world, because we have a governor that just doesn't allow it. This has gone on for a long time. And we made a deal with her, and she broke the deal. We made a deal. We're going to give her a couple of windmills someplace because she likes windmills, which is a big mistake. And we made the deal. So I guess we're withdrawing those windmills.
So, ask you guys a question. Who made the windmills popular, guys? The Nazis. Isn't that interesting? People don't realize that Hitler was the biggest green new scam person, first green new scam person, and they attack people that are against his green new scam, just like they attack people here in the U.S., Shady.
It's pretty coincidental, Jeff.
Okay.
But
Not connected.
she gave us two, one going out to Long Island, which is now under construction, and one going to New England. And the big one going to New England, the people in New England are paying a fortune for energy because of the fact that New York, for decades, has stopped the pipeline. So we made a deal with the governor, and she broke the deal.
New York, did you see Mayor Mamdani at the game?
I did not, no.
What did you think of the reception you got from the Knicks fans tonight?
I thought great. I mean, I thought it was amazing, actually. You mean when they had the camera on me? I thought it was very good, yeah. It was certainly amazing. It was, I think, mostly cheers. It was loud, and it was very enthusiastic.
Mr. President, ESPN commentator Stephen A. Smith, who has talked about running for president, said he would blame you if the Knicks lost the game. How do you respond to that?
I think he's a nice guy, but you need a certain aptitude to run for president. You need a high IQ. I'm not sure that Stephen has that. I don't think he does, actually.
Mr. President, what did you say to Prime Minister Netanyahu when you spoke to him?
We had a very good conversation, and he was hit, and he hit back, and I can't blame him for that. But he was hit, he hit back, and now they've called it quits, so they're going to just leave each other alone for another week or something. It's been going on for a long time. You could say about 3,000 years if you really would, but certainly it's been going on for 47 years. But no, he hit back. They were going back and forth, and now they both agreed through me to stop. And we're in the final throes of what will be a very, very good deal that will not allow in any way, shape, or form nuclear weapons, etc. And the strait will open up right away. It'll open up immediately upon signing, which could be in 2 or 3 days.
Did you ask her not to hit back?
No, I said do what's right, but I want you to stop as quickly as you can, because they have to stop. It's had to do with Lebanon, and it has to stop. We want to get it finished.
There's a report that an Army helicopter went down in the strait. Can you give us an update on that? Are the soldiers okay?
The pilots are fine, yeah.
And was
nobody injured. We are going to issue a report tomorrow, but the pilots are fine, yeah.
Sir, did you just say 2 or 3 days or 2 or 3 weeks that you'd be signing? You'll be signing a peace agreement?
No, we have a good chance of doing it. We should be able to do it in 1 hour, if you want to know the truth.
What's the biggest sticking point right now?
I don't think there are any sticking points. I think we're very close to having a very, very good, strong, powerful deal. If we go and bomb, which we can do very easily if we want, and we spend another 2 or 3 weeks bombing, they'll have nothing left whatsoever, but you won't have the strait open for months. If we do the bombing, a lot of people are going to be killed. Who wants to do that? I don't. And we'll have a signed document that's actually stronger than doing the bombing. What has proven to be a very powerful thing is the blockade. The blockades turned out to be much stronger than bombing. And it was really a combination. It was our initial thrust and then the blockade. But, their economy is really suffering, and they're going to make a deal.
Did you and Jim Dolan talk about the Penn Station project at all?
They are talking about it. We're trying to get the Penn Station project approved. And I know Lee's involved and Doug is involved. A lot of people are involved. It's a very big project. It's the rail station in New York.
When we were sitting with Mr. Dolan tonight, did you and him talk about it at all? Or?
We did. We talked about it. He's a friend of mine for a long time, and he's a great guy. He's done a fantastic job.
What did you and Adam Silver talk about?
Also at the game
What did
tonight.
you and Commissioner Silver talk about?
No, he came over to pay his respects. As president, he came over. And we talked a little bit about the NBA and about the game, and the game's changed. I said it's gotten rougher, which is a good thing, not a bad thing. It's gotten rougher. When you look at the way they guard people now, I don't remember them doing that 10 years ago. And he knows a lot about basketball, but it's good. It's good for the game.
Do you think the NBA has turned away from the left-wing stuff that they were getting criticized for?
Well, it's a little left-wing. Yeah, I think so. It tends to be a little bit left-wing, but it's great entertainment. Great.
Is there an oil or gasoline price, sir, in this conflict that would prompt you to release more from the Strategic Petroleum Reserve?
Well, we are, and we are releasing more from a lot of oil's coming out of the Hormuz Strait. A lot of it is coming out. And if you notice, the price is not very high, relatively speaking. I mean, it's lower than during the Biden administration. And he wasn't stopping a country from having a nuclear weapon. He didn't even know what we were talking about. Because they had a very failed, the JCPOA was an absolutely failed agreement. There was a road to a nuclear weapon. See, we're the exact opposite. We are a road to absolutely no nuclear weapon. They were a road to a nuclear weapon. So we have that, we're very far advanced.
A federal judge today struck down the $100,000 fee for the H-1B visas, saying you need congressional approval. Are you going to push for Congress to do this?
These federal judges are really giving us a hard time. It's really crazy what's going on with the court system. They are giving us a very, very hard time, and they shouldn't be doing it. They're hurting our country very badly. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you.
Wow.
Did you see any players?
Did you see any players? Right. All right. So, whoa, that's an old one. That's President Donald J. Trump last night after the Knicks Spurs game, Game 3, where the Knicks did not win, and the Knicks still lead that series 2-1. Shady.
Man, I just really like to, I like to see what we're seeing. I don't care what anybody else thinks. What I want to see is I want to see the person that represents we, the people, out there enjoying the things that we, the people, enjoy, whether it be UFC fights, basketball, football, whatever it is, participating in the competition, encouraging a robust competition as opposed to encouraging vitriolic fists out and attacking one another. That's the dynamic here. Law and order, we get into a boxing ring and settle our differences, or we get on the football team and we settle our differences, or the basketball game, or whatever it is that we do to settle our differences like men, not do what these people do, which is hide in the shadows like cowards and throw rocks at people whenever they aren't looking. There's nothing American about that. There's nothing in your Constitution that says you have the right to go out and riot and hurt people. And the reality of the situation is, every single day, Jeff, I think more people are seeing the common sense approach that Mr. Trump is taking.
All right, I want to end this hour on a new video from Monica Crowley, Shady Grove. It looks like that our friend Jersey Talks is absolutely 100% correct. Let me know what you hear, Shady Grove. You ready?
Yep.
You're going to show them on the... They're showing them now. That sounds like cheers to me.
That is not boo.
I don't hear one boo. Wow.
That doesn't sound like any boos to me.
No, it doesn't. God bless you, President Donald J. Trump, and the hateful, disrespectful media trying to spin it as boos. You guys can, I'll just leave it there. Exactly. Because I have my F-bomb jar. This is my travel one. When I go to New York, I carry it around. But you got to get the refills. Go to thingsofholding.com/MG show. Get your F-bomb jars today. Use code MG show for 10% off.
Thank you.
Wow, we did that really good, didn't we, Shady?
Yeah, we did.
That was a good one.
That was a good hour, too.
I love it. I love it. Let's see. We got 10 seconds. So what we're going to do is we're going to come back. I want to show you that clip of the QAnon Bannon guy, Shady Grove.
Yeah.
Bannon and Epstein are QAnon. I'm going to show you that. We're going to get into more. Gosh, hour one is over. We'll be right back after these beautiful
Here we go.
messages.
Hello to all of you beautiful patriots out there.
First of all, let me just thank you all for supporting this show. We wouldn't be here without you. But I have a huge announcement regarding donations.
It has come to our attention that using the Rumble app is taking an additional 30% of your donation to the show.
Let me explain. According to our TOS, Rumble takes 20% of all donations made through the web browser.
And that's a 20%. It's a good deal if you consider other platforms like YouTube and such.
There is a hidden cost that we just found out. For example, we received the generous $500 donation from SPLC, and thank you so much for that, from the Rumble app on Apple. So Rumble took 20%, and Apple took an additional 30%. We brought that to Rumble, and they said, well, Rumble's take of tips and donations is 20%. That's if the transaction is done through the web browser. If using the Android or iOS app, it's an additional 30% collected by those platforms.
So please use the web browser to make your donations to the show and avoid the hidden fees by Apple and Android.
That's right. You can also support us at GiveSendGo/HelpMGShow, mg.show/donate. We have PayPal and Cash App. Both are at RealMGShow or $RealMGShow. Please help us out. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
The MG Show, where psyops go to die.
For the first time ever, we're bringing you My Pillow mattresses and mattress toppers for as low as $99.98. Remember, sleep's all about temperature and pressure points. Whatever sleep needs you have, we have the right technology for you. Like our My Pillow mattress topper, our queen size has over 10,000 individual comfort supports to help relieve your pressure points. And how about our 3-inch Hybrid Plus mattress topper? It's infused with copper and silver to help your body get the restorative sleep it needs. And our My Pillow and Case Coil mattresses, I personally helped develop these mattresses to make sure they have everything needed to give us great sleep. Plus, they're made right here in the USA, and they ship right to your front door, absolutely free. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use this promo code to get My Pillow mattresses and toppers for as low as $99.98 and free shipping.
Smash that like for the MG Show. Subscribe now. Ring that bell. Let's go. Smash that like for the MG Show. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. In a world of shadows. In a world of shadows where the lies take hold, in the matrix and shady groove, sharp and true. With the MG Show, they cut through the haze. Truth is their weapon in this golden age. No silver platter, no tales pre-sold. The truth is learned, it's never told. Digging deep where the secrets hide, they bring the light to the other side. Slaying psyops, tearing down the screen. In the matrix, shady groove, the truth machine. MG Show where the real unfolds. Dark to light, the truth is told. Oh, they're slaying psyops one by one, fighting battles till the war is won. From the airwaves to the digital fight, Shannon and Jeffrey shine the spotlight. Constitution's their weapon, their guiding star, exposing the games no matter how far. Every thread they pull, a story unwinds, decoding the chaos, connecting the lines. No puppet strings, no fear to face. They're waking the world at a relentless pace. PE equals pacer, a name in the mist, a shadow empire on their truth hit list. Roots run deep through wealth and lore. They peel it back, revealing more. Behind the curtain, the strings get traced. A dynasty's power now face to face. With every clue, the veil's undone. The MG show fights till the lights won. Foreign and domestic billionaires pull the strings. Foundations built on the power they bring. Arabella advisors, a mask in play, steering the narrative night and day. All have reasons, their motives gleam. A global web in a billionaire scheme.
California knows how to Nazi. California, California,
Yeah.
look, California, they rewrite every rule. Flash another headline, play another fool. From LA to Sacktown, papers hit the floor. Every time you check the count, they asking you for more. West Coast spotlight, cameras on the spin, same old storyline. Let the insiders win. From the Bay down south, everybody seen the shrug. This ain't California love, it's a California shrug. Yeah. Let me tell you about a place with the sunshine glow, where the press talks slick, but the truth moves slow. Everybody got a speech, everybody got a plan, everybody got a hand buried deep in the can. Campaign signs bright, but the mood look great. Promises at night get recalled next day. Ballots on the table, numbers on the crawl. People keep watching while the story shifts for all. Big suits downtown and they all talk clean. Back room whispers while they smile on the screen. One hand wave high, one hand count low. By the time you catch the change, they already say go. County by county, everybody got a tale. One side call it justice, one side call it stale. Either way, the public keeps staring at the board, trying to make sense of another late night score. California knows how to Nazi. Out in California, they rewrite every rule. Flash another headline, they play another fool. From LA to Sacktown, papers hit the floor. Every time you check the count, they asking you for more. West Coast spotlight, cameras on the spin, same old storyline. Let the insiders win. From the Bay down south, everybody sing the shrug. This ain't California love, it's a California shrug. Turn on the station, hear the anchors all shout. Half of them selling fear, half of them smoothing doubt. Donors in the shadows, money in the wind. New law by the morning, let the suckers begin. Only in Cali can they touch you with the grin. Reason of defeat and then call it a win. Motorcades glide while the cameras all chase. Talking for the people from a whole different place. Silicone speeches, Hollywood applause. Everybody got a ribbon, nobody got pause. Red tape stack high like a wall downtown. By the time you read page 1, page 10 came around. North side, south side, coastline hills. Everybody know the game, but they package it as thrills. And the more that it changes, the more it feel the same. Different face on the poster, same hand in the game. California knows how to Nazi. Sacramento in the house. LA in the house. Bayside in the house. Everybody looking at the paperwork now. I'm not saying every soul in the state move foul. I'm just saying every year get louder somehow. More rules, more spin, more slogans, more smoke, more folks holding on while the middle class chokes. Till the sun go down on the boulevard goes. Till the dream gets sold like it never gets old. But the people got eyes and they read between lines. When the truth need a flashlight just to find where it hides. So raise one up if you're tired of the act. If you seen the same dance from the front to the back. If you're waiting on a day when the script gets unplugged. Till then it's California and the California shrug. California knows how to Nazi. Out in California, they rewrite every rule. Flash another headline, play another fool. From LA to Sacktown, papers hit the floor. Every time you check the count, they asking you for more. West Coast spotlight, cameras on the spin, same old storyline. Let the insiders win. From the Bay down south, everybody seen the shrug. This ain't California love, it's a California shrug. California knows how to Nazi. California knows how to Nazi.
Wow. Watch California, guys. That's Eddie Mike. Thank you very much for writing that song. And I did the video. And I think that was a great collab. Well done, sir. Thank you so much.
Looks great, guys. Nice.
And so I used Spencer Pratt because I think he got screwed. I'm dropping the link there. It's on YouTube in our MG Show playlist for MG Music. Go over there, check out all the music to MG Show Music on YouTube. On the playlist, go to hit YouTube, go over to playlists, watch MG Show Music, and you'll see all of our videos there. Shady, welcome back to hour number 2 because we got issues over in California.
Also, go on over and give him some love. Send him the link to the video. Spencer might like to see that. He might be able to amplify that a little bit if he were to see it and understand, to recognize that he's getting railroaded right now. Yeah. And there's a possibility that Donald Trump has his back in some of this. And the people, the point that we would like to point out to you is how law and order works, Jeff. Law and order works in a different way than the kings and the queen way of the world that went from the top down. The king would say, go get him. And the people with the swords would go get him, right? Well, law and order is much, much different. Law and order is the people say, hey, this is a problem. And law and order looks into it and investigates it. And if there is a problem, makes some arrests and hopefully the victims see justice. That's the way we want it organized. To protect the innocent, we have to go. The idea is to go as far as you can go to protect the innocent people from being hamstrung by the federal government. But we've not been doing that. We've been protecting the elite from being hamstrung by the federal government and then going after and attacking people that don't deserve it to fill the void.
That's right. That's right. Real quick, Shady, let me go ahead and do this one. It's a new one. Let me just see. Accept and start. Let me see. Nope, it's not working. Okay, I might have to reload. Never mind. It's a false alarm, Shady.
False alarm.
False alarm. False alarm.
3-alarm, false alarm.
Cancel. Let me go ahead and see if I can get back in here. Okay, let me see that. We do this live, Shady. Do we do this live?
Every day.
Every
morning.
Afternoon.
Not for me.
Well, for me it is. All right, let me see if I can accept and start. Okay, here we go. Oh my gosh, guys. So here we go. This is the, let me just see if I can see where to go. Oh gosh. Freedom and safety are often seen as going hand in hand with responsibility and proper preparation. Being responsible gun owner involves a commitment in being well-trained, knowledgeable, and equipped with reliable safety gear. Protecting a household requires more than just equipment. It requires a focus on safety protocols, secure storage, and deep understanding of local regulations. Professional training is a cornerstone of safe ownership. Comprehensive resources and expert-led courses help individuals develop the necessary skills to handle their equipment safely and effectively. Whether it's the focus on home defense or personal safety, personalized education tailored to specific needs ensures that safety standards are met. Joining a community that values ongoing education and rigorous safety practices is a proactive step towards responsible citizenship. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you. New sponsor.
Yes. It's a good.
Go check them out.
It's a new one, Shady Groove.
I love it.
US Patriot Firearms. All right. So that was a new one. I'm not sure if I read that one correctly or what, but it was a weird one, kind of, Shady. But we'll either way, okay? Either way, we'll figure it out. Now, I wanted to, real quick, Shady, I want to jump into this because we called it months ago, Shady, when Scott McMahon started going against Q. Okay. And then he started saying that Bannon and Epstein were Q, along with Spill T, who used to be a fan of the show. We haven't heard from her in a long time. It's amazing how people just leave Shady Grove. It's weird.
Yeah, it is. After they like, act like they're completely supportive and friends and sort of make friends with all of our friends. And then all of a sudden, the next thing you know, they're out there on social media acting like Steve Bannon is Q.
Yeah. And here you go, Shady Grove. You're going to love this. Ready?
Bannon with Epstein. Oh, yeah, I'm ready. Grab your seats, ladies and gentlemen. You're about to have a fun little adventure. Let's go on a field trip to Insane Land.
Derp is right.
Derp. Yeah, it's a derp state.
Yeah.
Sir. derp state.
This is
What's
not a
the real-
LARP. It's not a LARP, dude. This is an actual religion.
Can I explain it to you? I'd
Yeah.
love to. Okay, so the LARP of it. So as you know, QAnon was invented by Jeffrey Epstein and Steve Bannon. It's in the files. The precursor to QAnon was called Cicada, and that was an online puzzle.
I remember that.
That was a beta test of QAnon.
No shit.
Epstein's a big gamer, you'll notice, and when he's talking about MK Ultra shit,
yeah,
Jay Dyer was talking to this chick Courtney Smith or Brown, very very good guest. We should get. He was like, I think you're the first person to, but no, I was on this podcast that no one's ever seen. I brought it up. So a video game, a lot of video game creators involved because you have. So here, I'll put it this way. I learned this about Jehovah's Witnesses.
Yeah.
I was in.
All right, so now he goes off the topic, but do you see the narrative that he's seeding, Shady Groove? We called it.
Look at there. There you have it. Isn't that interesting that also he's diving into talking about the gaming aspect of it? Because, see, we remember what happened during Q. And we remember how Q was explaining very much so in real time of Palpatine's Revenge and a number of other games that these people like Comey and others were currently existing in and communicating with people through this interchange where nobody else really knew who they were, but Q could see who they were, and Q was showing us that they were communicating and strategizing in these chat rooms together in real time, and then all of a sudden they go away. The accounts disappear. They no longer start talking to one another anymore in the game chats. I find it very interesting the way that Q was working, Jeff. And on the heels of that, real quick, I want to bring in this so that we can itemize this for people to see here. The Q drop that is post number 2102. And an Anon says there is a lot more to this than you realize. Think collective attacks versus Q. Quote, they attack AJ to give him fake credibility amongst POTUS supporting patriots, thus poisoning the water and directing operatives of the opposition through a Mossad supported asset, aka Alex Jones. All team effort coordinated collective attacks with pawns, actors serving black hat agenda and attempting to control and divide the patriots. Attacks will come from all sides. Q responded to that. And I'm reading this because I want to give you an idea of how Q was activating these people in real time. Much like what I just mentioned about the gaming. Q mentioned the gaming, then the gaming goes away. Here, Q mentions Mueller saying who is testifying before Mueller tomorrow, forensic data analysis on phone and or computers. This is not about Guccifer. Remember, they were trying to throw all this stuff about Guccifer connected to Q. What happens if Mueller proves that free speech systems, aka InfoWars, is linked to a foreign intel agency or other non-domestic entity? How can the left use that information to divide and censor the right? Why are affiliates of InfoWars constantly attacking Q? Who is pulling the strings? Killbox Free Speech Systems, LLC. Is this not exactly what we were just describing to you? Talking to you about what Alex Jones is setting up. What is that? What is he setting up? An absolute moment of division to literally do word for word what that post says to link to a foreign, because he's left to use as an information to divide and censor the right. So effectively, now you have Alex Jones and all of the people of InfoWars coming out and telling you that Donald Trump is the foreign agent. Mm-hmm. They're saying that if Donald Trump is puppeted by Bibi Netanyahu, you're effectively saying he's committing treason. That's what you're saying. There's no ambiguity in it. You are out here live. If you're saying that Donald Trump is controlled by Bibi Netanyahu, any human being that says that is lying to you. And if he were, it would be treason, a hangable offense if Donald Trump were really controlled by Bibi Netanyahu. But the foreign asset intel agencies that were against Q are out here telling you Trump bad, everything Trump bad, just like NBC. But now because they're saying it, we're supposed to believe it. But remember, a year ago, they were defending Donald Trump against this exact machine, and today they are 180 degrees the opposite opinion. Does that make any sense to you guys?
It does. And Finn says there's no way Epstein had the intellect or the information to be killed. No. Nor did he have the pictures that were never on the internet right next to President Donald J. Trump that were never. Q is a Donald Trump
operation.
Yeah.
Dissemination project.
Yep. Wow. All right. So let's go over to the White House hearing on the Southern Poverty Law Center, Shady Grove. Wow.
Man, I'm telling you, buddy, these people really think that you are stupid. You know, like I was saying earlier about California, and they're claiming in court that California has a right to privacy from the voter. Like, listen to when you hear the way these people talk about themselves, they really do think that they are like the leaders of the country.
Yeah. It's crazy. And they do it through NGOs, right? They're acting like the NGO. Like we saw Jamie, what's the guy's name with the hair? Raskin. Carol Baskin Raskin. We saw Jamie Raskin. We saw him say that they're working with the FBI. And then Nadler came out and said the same thing. They are not a police force, okay? They are an NGO, and they're funding Nazism, all right? They're giving people cross-burning kits for F's sake.
But you're think about it's like they're telling you the truth. They were working with the FBI. They're working with the FBI to impugn real Americans who didn't do anything and ignore the actual communists and the racists, because they might just be secret society members themselves. They might just have a loyalty to something larger, higher loyalty that you don't see. It could be Nazi even.
Could be bloodline.
It could be Satan.
Who could it be? All right, here we go. Let's listen to Chairman Jordan. Check it out.
Joint bank account. Wow. And guess what the SPLC paid this individual? $1.2 million to, again, create and foment the hate they told their donors they were fighting. Now, it gets worse. An individual who led the Nationalist Socialist Party, a faction of the Aryan nations, reached out to SPLC. He wanted out. He wanted help in leaving this racist group. And what did the SPLC do? They said, no. Stay in the group. We'll pay you a monthly salary. We'll reimburse you for hosting rallies, purchasing racist materials. Of course, that was field source number 30. How about F-37, field source 37? This person's the one who coordinated transportation and attended the 2017 rally in Charlottesville. Southern Poverty Law Center paid him $300,000 to the guy who helped put together the event where a young lady was killed. F-27, he was paid $350,000. What'd he do? He ran the Aryan Nations Motorcycle Club. F-43, president of some crazy group, was previously convicted of cross-burning, but the SPLC thought he was worth $19,000 of their donors' money. Again, all told, $4 million to manufacture hate. We said this last hearing. I still remember Rahm Emanuel saying, talking about Democrats, never let a crisis go to waste. The SPLC took it a step further. They created the crisis. They manufactured the crisis, and by so doing, they became the stand.
They manufactured the crisis. It's all in this superseding indictment, Shady.
And the way that they're defending it is absolutely absurd.
Yeah.
The things that they're saying, that they were doing these things. You're not going to get away with this. Like what Jeff is saying, you're not law enforcement. They're acting like they're law enforcement. Like effectively, the SPLC is doing the same thing that we saw the FBI doing to Steele, the dossier. Yeah. What's the difference? What's the difference between what the FBI did in paying for the Steele dossier than the FBI working with the Southern Poverty Law Center to pay people to incite violence in Charlottesville?
Well, Shady, what's interesting that you're mentioning there, who are the people that are on the panel? We got Alveda King. We got an ex-president of the SPLC. We've got Mary McCord.
Oh, Mary McCord, huh?
Have you ever heard that name before?
I have, and so has your audience.
Have you guys heard of Mary McCord? Tell me who she is right now. Let's go.
You got 17 seconds.
Let's go.
Come on, now we're not waiting around here.
Mary McCord.
We're on the timeline here. What takes them so long? Why does it take them 17 seconds to respond, Jeff?
Oh no, these people.
I'm really kind of, I'm frustrated with this whole thing. They should be.
All right, who's Mary McCord, guys? You guys know?
The show doesn't go on until somebody tells us.
Oh, well, Poussant.
Oh, not Poussant.
Poussant. Who else? Come on. MLK was a Republican too, Mike Hess.
No, not Joint Base McCord.
Joint Base Lewis McCord. No, Mary McCord. Mary McCord. All right, Shay, let me see if my
you're caving too early.
Am I caving? No idea what that is. Who that is? You don't know?
Oh, you're breaking. Oh, I got to see what's going on out here before you do this, here, man.
Mike Hess apparently knows.
Eddie Mike is because
heard the name, can't remember.
Eddie Mike says because I'm on a 17-second delay.
Uh-huh.
I wondered what that was.
Yeah. So.
Oh, Jeff, we ran the show right into a corner, didn't we?
Is she an intel agent? Well, I guess. I mean, maybe.
You could kind of call her that.
I mean.
Was she in the Q drops? Can we ask them that?
Oh, my God. She was in the Q drops, guys.
Jeez.
Wow.
We thought they were red pill, Jeff.
Here she is right here on the Spygate. She's Mary McCord, okay? Part of the Steele dossier and the fake spying on Trump, Shady.
No, she doesn't go back that far.
Yes, she does.
And she's out here defending the racists in the Southern Poverty Law Center?
Mary McCord right there. You see that right there? DOJ. She's from the DOJ under Barack Hussein Obama. Oh, here's another picture of her right here. She's right around Mary McCord. There she is, Oh, and Mary McCord was right here as well. You see that? John Carlin, Mary McCord, Rachel Brand. Do you see this, guys? Do you see who these people are? And she's testifying for the SPLC?
Isn't that beautiful?
Wow. And Shady, look at that. She was also behind the unmasking. See all that? Mary McCord. Mary McCord right there. Mary McCord, guys. Mary McCord, Shady.
And her husband is an administrator for the U.S. District Court, for the D.C. Circuit, for the FISA and U.S. Supreme Court.
Wow.
Administrative assistant. So her husband knows when the FISAs are happening.
Wow.
Isn't that interesting to think that she's out there defending the Southern Poverty Law Center? I think that
let me finish before you go, because this is also and I'm going to let you continue because this is important and it will help you with your next rant. Trust. Mary McCord is a national security expert, okay? And she was former acting attorney general of national security for the Justice Department under Obama. She has frequently analyzed the QAnon movement as a driver of domestic extremism and mass radicalization, warning against the threat that these conspiracy theories pose civic safety and to democratic institutions.
Oh. So she's like General Flynn and thinks that the QAnon raided the Capitol.
Wow.
So, it's almost like, Jeff, it's almost like these people were working in tandem to try to generate the optics that the Q people were the ones that were marauding over the Capitol, not Ivan Ranklin, not Alex Jones, not the FBI, not the Southern Poverty Law Center, not Brian Gamble, not Ray Epps. None of those people were doing anything. All of those people are fine. The QAnon was what it was that was working with Donald Trump to run in and destroy the Capitol so that Donald Trump could destroy his own reputation, because that's exactly what he loves to do, Jeff. Donald Trump just loves to get out there and destroy his own reputation. So he would have sent them to Charlottesville too if there'd been a QAnon at that time.
And Mary McCord also said that QAnon was behind the riots on January 6th. Who else said that, Shady Groove?
I just said General Flynn said that.
And CNN and the rest.
They all seem to agree on that, and we even have it to where they've said it under oath.
Mary McCord, guys. She's a traitor. And she's like defending the SPLC. Wow.
Her husband was working with the team that were getting the illegal FISA warrants. These judges talk to each other. They don't really have anybody else to talk to. They talk to one another and they coordinate with each other in secret, a lot of times in their little temples, and they do rituals and they get in coffins and they say pledges, and it's just the craziest thing.
Yeah. This is 5 months ago. Longtime prosecutor testifies in hearing. 5 months ago. Mary McCord. False election claims are red meat. QAnon booga booga. Look at that, Shady. This is QAnon reshaped Trump's party and radicalized believers. This will be a new cause, says Mary B. McCord, Georgetown law professor. Wow, guys. Go ahead.
No, I'm just spinning a little bit on this interesting thing, because we're talking about all these different stuff. It's like, I'm looking for the quote, because it was a core teaching that believers should live with the integrity that a simple yes or no is all that is ever needed. At the sermon, it was Sermon on the Mount, where Jesus literally said to people that all your words, that the more words you use to describe yourself, all the words you need to answer anything is yes or no.
Mm-hmm.
And look at what these people do. They never answer a question yes or no. And whenever we're talking about, talking about like the people that tell the truth. In other words, this is a good way as a metric of how to decide whether or not someone is a truthful person. Whenever you ask them questions directly, whether you would imagine it would be a yes or no question, instead of saying yes or no, they go off on a paragraph long diatribe instead of saying yes or no. This is the way that they distract you. If they're not saying yes or no, that means they're saying something else other than answering your question that you have asked them, that was to you a yes or no question. You see? So this is part of the way that we're all distracted. We're all distracted by people over explaining things that are obviously obviously what you can see they are. But whenever they start over explaining, it's all of a sudden the opposite of what you see.
Yeah. So let me just sum up Mary McCord. Mary McCord, along with Andrew Weissman, was involved in the lawfare, which means she was involved in the grand conspiracy against Donald J. Trump. And now she's supporting the SPLC. Now, Shady, if you just type in McCord, okay, there she is right there. How many posts? 4, Shady.
Mm-hmm.
4. Fired. Mary McCord, acting assistant general, acting head of DOJ's National Security Division, fired, forced. Okay.
So wait a minute. So you're telling me that the lady that was fired from her job DOJ, in the last Trump administration is now up there defending the Southern Poverty Law Center actions of giving Nazis money to make conservatives look like Nazis. That's literally what they're doing. They're giving Nazis money so that they can make you look like a Nazi. Why can't we just say that they're a Nazi and not give them any money? Just point to them and write an article and say, look, here's a group of motorcycle Nazis, and this is what they're doing. No. That you would never do that to expose the Nazis. What you would do is you would infiltrate them and start coordinating their efforts to your benefit so that you can make more conservatives look like Nazis. And then all of a sudden, Tucker Carlson's a Nazi, and Megyn Kelly's a Nazi, and all of these, your Joe Kent is a Nazi. Alex Jones is a Nazi. They are establishing the Nazi party. We are going to paint them as what they are, not what they say they are, what they are.
So let me just sum up what I think you said. You're saying that the Democrat Party, along with the fake MAGA, are developing a new party called the Nazi Party.
I am.
Wow.
And they're all very proud of it. And they're all trying to call it America First.
Wow.
They're naming it America First.
Yeah. Also, Mary McCord was involved with the Unite the Right planners. Shady.
She was.
These people are disgusting. And I'm tired of seeing them, Shady Groove.
Well, you're not going to be done seeing them for a while.
Wow.
Because they have to show you. They have to show you it's not just us. We were disgusted. The reason you're over disgusted is because you've been disgusted for 8 years. There's some people that are just newly disgusted. There's some people that just today saw Jim Jordan reading off that list and they say, wait, they're giving $1 million for what? Like people
funding Nazis. Yeah.
People with normal brains that don't pay attention to politics, just because they don't pay attention to politics doesn't mean they're stupid. Whenever they hear information, it goes in this ear and it stops in the middle and they're like, what did you say? I'm not going, it's like you're going to have to give me the next thing you know, it's like you're going to be giving a parade for what's his name? Bird. What was his first name? Why can't I think of his stupid name? The Hillary's Nazi mentor. BYRD.
Bird is fine.
Bird, yes. They're going to be a tribute to him from the NBC, and Alex Jones will all be there.
Grand Dragon Bird.
Bird, yes.
Bird.
Grand Dragon.
So let me just go. This is Mary McCord. Check this out. Listen closely.
Jury is going to be more moved by the really serious stuff. So it's a very strange interplay between the criminal investigators and the intelligence community of negotiating when it comes to, can we bring a case? DOJ criminal doesn't just get to make that decision. The intelligence agency can pull the plug when they say we're not going to go along with it because they own that information.
Not anymore.
So, these, as we continue to talk about this today, these are the kind of discussions and debates that will be taking place, and I was involved in many of these, Andrew was involved in many of these, will be taking place between the department and the intelligence community as they look to whether a 793 offense or other Espionage Act related.
So basically, she's saying that she's involved with all that, Shady Grove.
The Steele dossier, everything to, quote, get Trump, everything
she's
to
the
railroad.
lawfare coordinator, basically.
Correct. And so is her husband, administrator for FISA. So they work together and they coordinate to target people that they don't like or that stand against them. They're not looking to enforce law and order. They're looking to work around law and order and find people that they're upset with and investigate them, hoping that they can find something in their past that gives them the ability to open up a case on them. We saw this example multiple times. As a matter of fact, if you don't have that, then you got to go to the next step, Jeff. Then you got to contact your Papadopoulos. You got to contact your Manafort. You got to contact your Page. You got to contact your Flynn, and you got to get some plants. And you got to get those plants in the right position. So then you can point to what these plants are doing and say, oh, look how corrupt Donald Trump is. Look what these people that are associated with him do.
Yeah.
All coordinated. Just like Tucker Carlson, Joe Kent. Joe Kent was the leaker. Joe Kent, now I'm convinced Joe Kent was the person leaking information to Candace Owens that turned out to not be true. And I think that what was going on is that they were trying to find the leaker, so they were feeding Joe Kent bad information, and then all of a sudden that bad information was popping up on Candace Owens' feed. That wasn't something that wasn't seen before Joe Kent was relieved of his duty. You see, you let them eat the honey before you get rid of them. Therefore, and now he's all piping up, Trump bad, Trump bad, Trump bad. I served in the administration, but TDS is overflowing like, whether it be Brandon Straka or any of these other people. The TDS is at a fever pitch from 0 to 100 in 2.4 seconds.
Yeah, it's crazy, guys. I can't believe it. They just use the same people over and over and over.
They don't have anybody else, dude.
They don't have anybody else. Wow.
Nobody else is that stupid. You don't listen, man. Once you train stupid, you have to keep it. Because stupid is a weird thing. There's only a certain amount of people that can do stupid right. You see, some stupid people do stupid wrong, and then they say the wrong things in public. Some stupid people do stupid right and go along with the party line and get the job done, if you know what I'm saying.
All right, so let's listen to Alveda King. Listen to her opening statements, guys. Check it out.
Me to testify today. I was born on January 22nd, 1951, not with a silver spoon in my mouth, but singing Amazing Grace and pledging allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. In other words, I was born into a Christian family led by Baptist preachers and men and women who loved God, believed in God, proclaimed the gospel of Jesus Christ, and embraced the truth found in Acts 17:26. And of one blood, God made every nation of people to dwell on the face of the earth. I was taught from birth to love, to repent, to forgive, to trust God, and to love my fellow brothers and sisters. Human dignity is a creed of our family, the King family legacy. My uncle, Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., did not dedicate his life to dividing people into categories of oppressor and oppressed. He dedicated his life to bringing people together under the truth that every person bears the image of God. I come before you today not in anger, but in deep concern. I'm not sure anyone can fully grasp the emotions of a young girl who grew up in a family that sacrificed so much for justice and reconciliation, only to spend much of her adult life being watched, shadowed, criticized, and even threatened because she believes in God, in Jesus Christ, in the sanctity of life, and in the American dream. My family legacy reflects the very truth that America is strongest when we recognize our common humanity. My grandmother's family came from the west coast of Africa. My grandfather's family came from Ireland. My mother's family included Cherokee roots. I have spent my entire life living the reality that America is not a collection of competing tribes. America is one people under God. That is why I am troubled by the conduct and messaging of organizations that claim to fight hatred while profiteering from division. Recent allegations reportedly contained in a federal superseding indictment raise serious questions about the Southern Poverty Law Center's activities. Individuals associated with organizations the SPLC itself labeled as extremists or hate groups allegedly received substantial payments over many years. The indictment shares of payments totaling hundreds of thousands and in some cases more than $1 million to sources connected to white supremacist, neo-Nazi, and Ku Klux Klan organizations. Those allegations deserve careful examination. They reveal a troubling contradiction. Americans who faithfully donate their hard-earned money, many of them senior citizens like me, who sincerely want to combat racism and hatred, deserve transparency and accountability about how those funds are being used. America does not need more manufactured racial tension. We do need more labels with the sole intention to drive us apart. We do not need more lists that place citizens under suspicion because they hold sincere beliefs about faith, family, life, or public policy. I know myself about being labeled. Let me be clear. I reject racism. I reject hatred. I reject white supremacy. I reject any ideology that seeks to elevate one group of people above another. But I also reject the notion that Americans who hold traditional Christian beliefs should be treated as threats or terrorists simply because we disagree with a prevailing political thought. Today, I still have a dream. I dream that one day we will move beyond black power and white power and embrace God's power and human dignity. I dream that Americans will one day see each other not as enemies but as neighbors. I dream that we will hear each other, see each other, and recognize that every human life has value from the womb to the tomb and beyond. We are, as Scripture teaches, as science testified, one blood, one human race. And if we remember that truth, we can build a future worthy of the sacrifices made by those who came before us. We must speak out for truth and against the forces that would manufacture hate, fear, division, and violence simply to line their pockets and further their political ambitions. Thank you. God bless America, and I look forward to your questions. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Thank you. God bless you.
Boy, they
Amazing.
don't like her.
They don't like her at all, Shady Grove.
No.
And, you know, a lot of these people that, are Democrats don't realize that Martin Luther King Jr. was a Republican. They shot him.
They shot him because of that.
Mm-hmm.
They did. And a lot of people don't realize the true grit and heart of this nation and what it means. You know, think about that lady. Think about her not in the context of her family lineage or who her family was. Think about her in the context of a nice lady walking down the street as some guy that's being paid by the Southern Poverty Law Center to be hateful calls her names.
Yeah.
You see, because that's what's going on. What's going on is they're funding hateful people to go out. And so let's say that Miss King there has a political thing that she would like to get done. Well, let's say that they don't want her to do that. So what would they do? Well, they would send a bunch of numbnuts down to call her names and to threaten her and to say things about her bad in the press and make the press write bad articles about her, which they probably will after her testimony today, even amping that up. They're taking this literally. I'm not making this up. This is not exaggeration. The SPLC is paying people to call black people KKK members, just like this NGO thing are paying Jewish people to call Jewish people Nazis. All of these people like Alex Jones and folks, they are trying to convince you that it is the Jewish people that are the Nazis, not the people that want Jewish people eradicated, not the people that the SPLC pays the guy to carry the torch in Charlottesville. And Alex Jones rushes to say that guy is right. That's what he's saying. Take out all the bullshit. Say that guy is right. That's what Alex Jones is saying. Tucker Carlson is saying the guy with the torch saying, I'm not going to be taken over by the Jews. Okay. The KKK, if you want to get into the particulars, don't like Jewish people more than they don't like black people. Do you realize that, folks? Do you recognize that the Ku Klux Klan has a more vitriolic outlook on Jewish people than black people? Okay. That's the dynamic that they think. So there's no jumping for making these assertions. There's no logic, reason, skip over anything to show you directly that no, the black person is not a member of the KKK. And no, the Jewish person, no matter how dumb they are, aren't members of the Nazi Party. The Nazi Party's the Nazi Party. They're the same as the Communist Party. They've infiltrated this country, and every single one of them is addicted to talking to you through a media outlet of some sort to dissuade, persuade, obliterate the truth in any way possible.
Yeah. And, they also use the SPLC to blacklist any NGOs that are pro-Trump.
Yes.
Do you know that there's not one Muslim terrorist organization that operate in the United States on the SPLC's website? Not one.
Not a single one. I did know that, sir. Mm-hmm. Yes, I did.
Yeah. Pretty wild.
Why would that be, though, Jeff?
Well, let's think
that all the way through.
Let's check it out.
How many extremist Islamic groups do you have of the 1,500 or so organizations you have on your hate map?
Again, anyone can go to our website.
My office has been looking over it and we can't really find one.
Again, it is the SPLC's.
You think
right.
SPLC could provide us a list of the Islamic-oriented groups do you have on your hate map?
Mr. Roy, we don't target any group because of its religion.
Really?
I want to be clear about that.
Really?
Yes, that's exactly right. We target no group because of its religion. We target groups because they express statements and engage in activities that demean and vilify.
So you brought up LGBTQ groups a second ago.
Roy.
So you brought up LGBT groups a minute ago. So you think there's a bunch of Islamic groups that are pro-LGBTQ? Is that the position of the SPLC? I just want to make sure the record is reflecting that. How many extremist Islamic groups do you have?
What do you think of that? Chip Roy just rocking his noggin, huh?
Yeah, you just stepped right in that, didn't you? Because let's take an LGBTQ person to Iran, and the next thing you know, you'll find yourself thrown off the building.
Yeah. Wow.
Or catapult.
There's also something here. Let me just see. They blacklisted conservatives across the country. They believe hate and extremism is now migrated from online into government agencies. This insanity needs to be shut down.
The government agencies has been infected with it for decades, and now it's actually being cleaned out. Like, we got this great news about what Mr. Pulte is going to be doing with all the intelligence assets, like removing all these people. Well, guess what? You're going to be removing a lot of these assets of the organizations that you're currently talking about, because this was their plan, to make all these organizations, watch all the idiots that rise up in the organizations, and then take the dumbest ones and put them in positions of power and control them with the blackmail.
Now, we know that Charlie Kirk made the SPLC list and Elvita King, Shady Grove. Let's listen.
We do.
Check this out.
Mr. Fair, I don't want you to be left out of this conversation. Your organization has labeled Dr. King and Charlie Kirk and others. Do you regret that? Will you recant it? Or are you going to double down and say that these people, including the martyred Charlie Kirk, in fact, somehow deserve to be on your hate list for their constantly talking about bringing people together, talking about the teachings of the Bible and the like?
Congressman Ison, as I said in my statement.
Now, wait a second. No. I heard your statement. I only want an answer to your question in the 11 seconds left. Are you going to recant, yes or no? And if you're not going to, please don't tell me it's because now you're under charges. Your organization did it as much as 16 years ago. Will you take back any part of that, or is your hate list stand as your position of your organization as its head today?
The SPLC will continue to expose hate and extremism.
Okay, we'll take that as the list stands. Mr. Chairman.
Wow. So they might be one of the reasons why Charlie Kirk got unalived, guys.
So
stochastic terrorism.
All the Islamic organizations that say death to America, they hate you, they hate Americans, they're all fine. They're all 100%. That is not hate, ladies. See, it's all, Jeff. This is what I'm learning. I'm learning as we go through. It's about hating the right people. You see, if you're hating good, patriotic, American, loving human beings, that's okay.
Yeah. Well, remember, Shady, this is from October 27th, 2020, from the Hate Watch staff at the SPLC.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what you need to know about QAnon, Shady.
Yeah, how many articles did we hear that? Here's what you need to know about QAnon.
Yeah.
They agree with Flynn.
Anti-Semitism. We're not anti-Semitism.
Oh, but Tucker Carlson is. Sean Ryan is. All these Strickland, all these numbnuts, they're all anti-Semitic. Is the Southern Poverty Law Center writing any articles about Tucker Carlson and his anti-Semitism that he's putting on his show every single day? What about Megyn Kelly? What about Candace Owens? Anti-Semitism every day, blatantly in your face, completely 100% ignored by these people who told you that we were anti-Semitic for talking about bloodline connections to people of power.
And the fake decodes get a lot of attention. Okay, adrenochrome. You can't prove people. So, anti-Semitism, anti-LGBTQ sentiment. We don't care if you're gay or LG or B or T. I don't care. You have every right to be here. I have every right not to like it, and I have every right not to buy stuff.
The line is cutting genitals off of children.
Yeah. A brief timeline of the criminal charges linked to Q, guys. None. Yeah.
There's none. But look at the way they say it, like it's like linked to Q. They don't say linked to QAnon. Just scroll back up there.
Yeah.
See, in that paragraph, it's not a brief timeline of the criminal charges linked to QAnon. It's the criminal charges linked to Q. You see, but every other paragraph will say QAnon.
That's right. QAnon terminology and hashtags. Nothing can stop what is coming. The president says that.
Literally just said it last week.
Yeah. Save the children. That's terrible. Trust the plan. The White House is posting trust the plan, guys. The White House posted. Oh, Shady, did you see that last night? The White House posted Patriots in control. Did you see what the delta was, or the timestamp was on that?
I did.
Because people asked for that.
Yep. That's
okay.
Exactly right.
People asked for the White House to post Patriots in control with Trump, guys. So let's look at it. Trust. Patriots in control, the White House. Okay. And this is
yesterday.
I'm looking at the timestamp. 9:40. Got me? Can we 21:40. What does it say? Oh, it's the Delta. Oh, Anons catch it all. 2 devices used, 1 carrier pushed exactly at the same time. 10-second variance. Device lag or feeder site delay. Request fulfilled.
Asked, answered.
And I'm a 0 Delta as well, guys. Very proud. Look at that. So the White House, what are the odds, Shady Grove? Astronomical. Yeah, so this is what I got. So you got the pesky Q-proof alert, okay? White House post on 6/5, Trump saluting with Patriots in control, patriotic summer. We got that one. That was another one. Echoing Q-drop, Patriots are in control. Yes, watch California was deliberate. Midterms are safe. Military plot. So the same language, the fake news called baseless conspiracy is now official White House comms under President Trump.
Not
Think
baseless,
about
is
that.
it? Is it baseless?
Is it baseless?
Is it baseless?
That's why baseless conspiracy was in quotation marks. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Of course it was.
Yeah.
Because
So
all of us are seeing exactly what it is you think you're seeing, and everybody else is trying to talk you out of it. They're trying to convince you that you're not seeing what it is that you are watching with your real eyes, and they're trying to implant something else in front of you and twist it all around and spin it so that they can convince you. And notice how anxious they are that when you aren't convinced. It's the moment that they can sense that you aren't convinced. Do they not act exactly like a Democrat acted in 2016 or 2017 whenever you told them you loved Trump? And then they tried to convince you that you didn't, and then they could see that you weren't going to change your position, so then they escalate. That is the sign of somebody trying to railroad you or to run a narrative on you or to lie to you or to cheat you.
Yeah.
Right? And they want you paying attention to nonsense. I got some for you. You want a little helping of nonsense before we go, Jeff?
No.
I think you're going to be interested in this breaking story, sir. Here we go. He was kidnapped and hogtied on Jeffrey Epstein's island. They threw me in this room. It's like 120 degrees in there, and they add duct tape. Now my ankles, my knees were tied. Mom calls again, and they keep answering to this woman on the speakerphone. I'm positive they're trying to psyop me and terrify me even more. She tells them to make sure that I'm in the corner of that room so that the breeze from the doorway cannot reach me. I'm dreading that happening because the breeze felt like the only thing that was keeping me conscious. She tells me to continue denying me water. I hear her saying over the phone, if it was up to me, I would just boop every one of these. Boop, boop, boop.
Wow.
There's your breaking news. This is what they are doing. That guy is claiming that he was hogtied and
he's sitting funny too. You notice that?
Boy, oh boy, oh boy!
He's too old. He wasn't hogtied.
He wasn't. It has nothing to do with this. This is a CIA guy talking to a CIA guy about CIA bullshit.
Mom,
that's what's going on.
Oh yeah, you can mute that guy. That's crazy, dude.
I am so sorry for the unmuting, but at least I know my volume works now.
Yeah, volume works because we fixed it yesterday.
I know. I was like wanting to compliment you.
So I think we learned a lot, guys, today. Mary McCord advocating for the SPLC. We need a new word for treason, Shady Groove.
I'd like to get some booms in the chat if you guys are following along. Are we the only ones here? It's like, who else is talking about this stuff? Is InfoWars dead enough? Like, how much longer is it going to take for people to start catching on? How many Americans are going to join the Nazi party? The next time somebody starts to tell you about Alex Jones, say, oh, wow, I didn't know you were a member of the Nazi party. Yeah. Look at them and say that with a straight face. Oh, wow, I didn't know you were part of the Nazi party. And let's see how they react. They're trying to corner you. They're trying to put you in a box. They're trying to like suppress you and put you down and say your opinion is stupid and our opinion of the Nazis is the more prevalent opinion. Well, we knew that already. We knew that when the Democrats were doing it, and now we see the Southern Poverty Law Center doing it. Now we see Tucker Carlson doing it, and we were censored for being anti-Semitic. Whenever I have not said anything on the air that it could be even construed closely as anti-Semitic. I'm anti-Mossad, I'm anti-CIA, and I'm anti-people not giving me the right information.
Anti-bloodline.
Boom.
That's where the Semitic came from.
Boom. Shakalaka.
Boom. All right, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Patriots in control. This is from C-Page. Rebel Valkyrie 17 on X. God bless you all. See you tomorrow.
Thank you for the booms, by the way. They did great out there. I did see them. I appreciate you. Fight, fight, fight.
And fight we will. We fight every day right here on the MG Show.
Yeah.
I used to taste the end. Doubt would hold my tongue, but the silence broke tonight. Why are we here in the ashes of what they sold us? Building the army from the broken and the bold ones. Not convinced this fire's spreading through the dark. Feel it in your veins, it's already in your heart. You, the people, hold the thunder in your hands. You, the people, just forgot how to dance. Forgot the games we played when the world was young. Forgot the song that only the united ever sung. They want you divided, shattered on the floor. They want the race wars, class war forever. Religious flames, political chains, anything to keep you tame. But I hear the call, it's screaming through my name. Together we are strong. Apart we are weak and gone. They want you to find out. They want you to find out. You, the people have the power, can you feel it rise? Forgotten country, open up your eyes. Stay strong, stay together. Fight, fight, fight. This is more important than you can imagine. More important than you can imagine. I carried the weight of every lie they fed, but the army's waking up inside my chest instead. Elaborate the blueprint written in our blood. Unity is armor, division is the flood. They engineered the war to watch us tear apart. Race against race, heart against heart. But look around, the cracks are showing in the game. The people are remembering their forgotten names. They want you screaming at each other in the night. They want the chaos so they keep the crowd inside. But I'm done with silence, done with the defeat. The old world's gone now, victory's what's on repeat. Together we are strong. Apart we are weak and gone. They want you to find out. They want you to find out. You, the people have the power, let it shake the sky. None, forgotten country, hear the battle cry. Stay strong, stay together. Fight, fight, fight. This is more important than you can imagine. More important than you can imagine. Slow breath. In the quiet where the old war dies, the new one's born behind your eyes. This isn't just a song, it's a reckoning. This is the moment the heavens are beckoning. Together we are strong. the truth. This is more important than you can imagine.
www.mg.show. Boom.